Happy Sunday. Welcome to Senior Pride. This morning I'm going to discuss how our self-perception changes as we age. And it's not what some people think. There is a stereotype that we become less happy, our self-esteem lowers, etc. as we age. In fact, the opposite is true. For many older people, their level of happiness is increased, their self-esteem is increased, they just feel better. And this is particularly true in our 60s and 70s. Generally, out of our whole lifespan, we are happiest in our 60s and 70s. Our self-perception certainly undergoes refinement as we age. For most of us, it becomes more realistic. What is important to us, what concerns us, becomes more internalized versus external. So for example, we're less focused on looks and more focused on our personality and the personalities of others. It is known that for many older people, mental health actually increases. Now there's a caveat to that. Although for most of us in our 60s and beyond, we actually become calmer, happier, healthier. There are some seniors who, for many reasons, both internal and external, experience increased mental health distress. And this should not be ignored. Please, if you're experiencing feelings of depression, if you're experiencing confusion, anything like that, if you see an older person who's going through these things, confront it. Think about therapy, think about, if necessary, medication. There are ways to treat these things. As we age, assuming no cognitive decline, our perception of ourselves may become a little bit more realistic. So, as I said, it also becomes more positive. And if there is cognitive decline, self-awareness will also decline. If we accept the fact that many of these stereotypes exist regarding our beliefs about ourselves, and we accept these stereotypes, our beliefs may actually become more negative. This can lead to a loss of self-esteem and depression and feelings of inferiority. Alternatively, if we enjoy our older years and view aging positively, we are more likely to experience increased self-esteem and greater self-awareness. What was important to our self-perception when we were younger lessens, while other aspects of self become more pertinent and more meaningful. We may put less emphasis on future goals while focusing on our overall health status as an older person. And these are determinants of self-worth. Others' attitudes towards us and our age can impact our self-concept. Now, for example, I live in a senior's home, which is supposed to be like aging in place. And many of the staff hold some very negative stereotypes about older people. And these stereotypes have clearly had an impact on some of the residents. They clearly are experiencing a loss of self-esteem, a loss of self-worth because of the stereotypes they're experiencing at the hands of the people that are supposed to be supporting them. Another thing that can affect self-esteem, self-concept, self-perception negatively is the loss of independence. And it can be devastating. Independence is usually lost in relation to either physical or cognitive decline. And this is why healthy behaviors are so very important as we age. A loss of loved ones may also negatively impact one's self-concept. If grief doesn't abate, as I said before, if you're experiencing mental health issues, please seek counseling, please seek support. Past life experiences can positively or negatively impact self-concept. We expect that, and our expectations of who we are, who we become. The other issues that can impact whether we see ourselves positively, negatively, somewhere in the middle. Our cultural values and beliefs about aging, gender, and our, as I said, our life experiences, including things like education, socioeconomic status, and even marital status. There are also many facets of self-perception that seniors experience a healthy perspective or a negative perspective. And the reality is how we perceive ourselves influences our cognitive, mental, and physical health. So it is important to try to deal with any self-esteem issues. But the big thing is, don't let other people's stereotypes impact how you perceive yourself. You are your own person. They do not have the power to control you. If you enjoyed this video, as I always say, please hit subscribe and explore. And remember, to be a senior is to be proud. Hugs!